back to the Empress Kina Show. Ching. Do you see those sparkles? My magic powers did that. So today we are going to do another show because you guys really like these different shows as zodiac characters. So today we're going to do Gossip Girl. So the first character we're going to discuss is a Gossip Girl himself, Mr. Dan Humphrey. Spoiler alert, haven't watched Gossip Girl, it's Dan. Dan is what you call, he's a very practical kind of guy. He didn't quite fit in with the rich society. It wasn't like he was poor or his family didn't have money. His family had money to a certain extent, but not the money that they have. These people have millions of dollars. So he had a more pragmatic mindset. But Dan's also very reliable. He always made sure that he took care of home. He watched out for his sister. His dad could depend on him. Kind of a fixed mindset, honestly. So he had in his mind how these people were. Even though he filtered his way into the crowd, he always knew he was different from them. And it was kind of hard for him to understand the way they did certain things because he was like, I just don't get that. That just don't make sense to me. I chose Dan to be a Taurus because I feel like Tauruses are very stubborn people and Tauruses are devoted to the people they love. He loves Serena so much. He loved her from the moment he saw her.
What are you doing here?
I need to know why you love me.
I love you because you make no apologies about being exactly who you are. You're completely unaware of your effect on me. And I love you because you can be with someone like me and still be best friends with someone like Blair. And that's not easy. But you never give up on her. That is how amazing you are.
I chose him to be Taurus because Tauruses are reliable people. They kind of do have a fixed mindset, but they're also very loyal. Next character, Little J. What was her name? Jenny? Yes, so Jenny. She's like the fashionista, you know what I mean? She had a very unique sense of style. She came into the school as a freshman just snapping. She literally gathered the attention of a lot of people and she thrived on that attention. She wanted attention from the popular people so bad. Unlike her brother who was like, no, I don't really care. That's not my thing. And she really did rise to popularity quickly because of her personality. It was very bubbly, very vivacious. So of course, naturally people are gonna gravitate towards that. She cared a little bit too much about status in my opinion. That's what kind of got her messed up in the game, and she eventually learned that that world can't force your way in it.
When are you gonna get it? For 3 years you tried to worm your way into our world, but you will never be a part of it no matter what you do. Nate and Serena, that's mythic. You don't mess with that and survive.
I wasn't trying to.
Nate loves Serena, Dan loves Vanessa, God knows why, and Chuck loves me. But you, Jenny, no one loves you, except your daddy.
So I chose Lil J to be a Leo because I feel like Leos just love attention, love to be in the mix at 6. They love to be the one that everybody is looking at and everybody looks up to and all that kind of stuff. And that's how she was. She just wanted to be one of those girls that everybody looked at, everybody wanted to be like. Leos are also very creative like her. She wanted to start her own fashion line, but then she got an internship with Blair's mom. That creativity, that spark, that fire. Leos are a fire sign. They're very passionate people, which often sparks creativity. Okay, so Rufus, their dad. Rufus, okay, I loved Rufus because he was such a sweetheart. He was very easygoing, laid back. He was an artist. He was well traveled. He's just like a free person, very free spirited. Cool dad. He's a jokester. He's funny, great sense of humor. And he's also very selfless. He does everything for his children. The wife was out somewhere at a cabin out there being a thought in the woods. I don't know. He goes out of his way to make sure that everybody around him feels comfortable and everybody around him feels accepted.
I never wanted to weigh in about your relationship with Bart. I was afraid of what I might say.
Which was?
I let you go on your wedding day because I was afraid I couldn't give you what you needed. I wasn't sure what I needed, and I have regretted it every day since.
I think that's a very selfless, kind thing to do. I chose him to be a Sagittarius. I chose him to be a Sag because Sagittarius are very idealistic people, which is probably why he was an artist. Sagittarius are also very funny, have great senses of humor. A lot of them are very the life of the party in their own way. Sagittariuses are known for being travelers. They are literally the nomad of the zodiac. They can't sit in one place because they're just always trying to find the next adventure. They're always trying to find a new philosophy to explore. That's how he was too, to a certain extent. He was always looking at the bigger things in life. Blair Walder. Blair, honestly, she carried the whole show. She played that role. Lead Meester is a phenomenal actress. But anyway, Blair's the queen bee. She runs that school. She runs Upper Manhattan, the Upper East Side. Like, she runs everybody and everybody knows it. She's brutally honest. She comes off very rude, but she just be keeping it real. A little bit too real for most people's liking.
Dorota, are you insane? You use the everyday China. Cyrus will think we're just common upper middle class. I'm trapped in the elevator with someone who sucks all the air out of the room. Send help or I'll be dead within the hour.
I own prom.
Oh, Blair, I think you've had too much to drink.
Oh, you would know.
3 DUIs now, is it? Spare me those expressive eyebrows. I can't wait till you get Botox.
A headstrong person. She gets jealous and then gets like a warrior. She literally will take anybody out in her path that makes her feel insecure, that makes her feel upset or anything like that. So I chose her to be in the Aries because Aries are ruled by Mars, which is the god of war. I mean, they're very brutal people. They don't stop at anything. When they feel that they're being disrespected or attacked, or people they love are being disrespected or attacked, they will literally kill you. Aries can be rude. They do have this brutal honesty thing to them where they can just be callous and not really caring about others' feelings, so it just kind of comes off as rude. I probably would have fought her if I went to school with her, but I still would have wanted to be cool with her at the same time because I'm like, I respect you. She's very confident, very honest. As I mentioned, Aries are very headstrong people. Serena is the next. Now, Serena is like quite the opposite of Blair. She's very nice, very sweet, very caring. She considers other people's feelings. Don't get me wrong. She can be a little mean sometimes, but only when it's necessary. She's not mean for no reason like Blair. She can be very up and down with her emotions though, because she just feels things deeply and she cares about others. She's a seductress as well. She plays on emotion. Like, she gets people to feel for her. It's not that she's doing it in a like shisty way. It's just kind of manipulative because you know that somebody feel a type of way about you, so you're gonna play on that to get what you want.
But call me sometime so we can get together and do that thing you didn't ask me to do.
You gotta shake your ass.
I'm calling you with a makeup plan.
Oh, are you now?
I am. I'll see you in the morning at 8. I'm texting you the address. I'm hanging out before thou doth protest again.
I chose Serena to be a Cancer because Cancers are very emotional beings like Serena, but they also can be manipulative because they are emotional beings, so they know how to get at you. Cancers are also very sympathetic, which is why Serena would feel so deeply when other people were upset with her. Blair could literally just be mad at her for no reason and she's gonna be upset because Blair is mad. Blair be tripping about grass being green. You upset because Blair is mad? Like, who cares? And eventually Serena was able to move past that, but it was like she just really wanted to kiss Blair's ass. Next we have Lily, Serena's mom. She's kind of like all work and no play. She's a very hard worker. She definitely maintains a certain lifestyle and commits herself to that lifestyle, like very dedicated and very goal oriented. She knows what she wants and she goes after it. She really got this boss-like mentality. She's also kind of a perfectionist, so she wants an ideal lifestyle, an ideal child, an ideal marriage, an ideal wedding. Like, everything has to be perfect for her.
Just needs a little salt.
What? It's perfect.
No, just a pinch.
You haven't changed a bit. You always have to be in control.
Well, I don't remember you complaining. I don't know why. I don't know what I did or I didn't do, but I just don't know what to do to make sure it doesn't happen again.
All you can do is be there for them.
I chose her to be none other than the perfectionist of the Zodiac, Virgo. Virgos are very analytical and also very overcritical on themselves oftentimes because they are always chasing this ideal of perfection. We all are imperfect in our own ways, but most people just accept our imperfections. Virgos do not. They do not stop until it is perfect. Even when they think it's perfect, it's still not perfect because they like, that was a misstep off. Have y'all ever watched Beyonce's documentaries or anything like that? It's a reason why she's Beyonce. Virgos are very hardworking people, and I think Lily is also a very hardworking woman. Virgos are very business savvy because they work so hard. But Virgos also kind of worrier. They're always worried about things being perfect and things not working out right. When things don't go the way that they want it to go, they kind of flip out. Next, we're gonna go to the last of the Vanderwoodsons, Eric, the little brother. So Eric is a bit of a Cinderella story, I would say. Like, he overcame a lot. At the beginning of the show, he was in a home because he had attempted suicide. He's kind of like Dan. He wasn't with that whole bougie crowd. He grew up in it, but he never felt like he fit in. He was not pretentious like them. He thought bigger and more expansive. He didn't look at it as like, this is everything, and if you don't have it, then you're not cool enough to talk to me. Like, he has trouble expressing his feelings though. He can be very cold, not so open when it comes to how he feels, because I guess he struggles with his identity as well. Mainly it's just his personality trait. He can't necessarily talk to everybody about how he feels. Sometimes he kind of holds things in a lot and then it just blows up later.
Your sister. Tell me anything. I wanted to, but it's not the type of thing you blurt out on the way to school. I was waiting for the right time. I'm fine. Really.
But he's also very smart. He's the voice of reason. He's the one that's gonna say, actually, let's think about this from a logical perspective. He's the one that's gonna bring everybody back down and kind of level things out, or he'll make you see things for what it is. So I chose him to be an Aquarius because Aquariuses are very blunt, a very fixed personality. This is how they are all of the time. They're also very progressive people, which is why he wasn't so pretentious like the rest of them, because they think on a more global level, humanitarian level. They look at stuff as like, but we're all humans living a human experience. They're also very independent people, and I would say that Eric is very independent. open. Like, he don't have to have a whole lot of friends. He didn't have a whole lot of friends, and he was cool with that. He was like, I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna do me though. Just like Eric is, Aquarius can be very aloof, meaning closed off, distant, cold almost, but also very intellectual people. Eleanor Waldorf. I can't say that word. Waldorf. Eleanor Waldorf. Blair's mom. She was about that coin, about that business. CEO, a boss lady, just like Serena's mom, had her own clothing line or designer brand. It wasn't like she walked around like she was better, but it was just like, I got myself to this level. Y'all not gonna tell me that I'm not raw. At the end of the day, when you've built something like that, it don't give you the right to be arrogant. I'm not saying that, but that's kind of sometimes what comes with that, because you know that I did this. I did that. Can't nobody take that from me. Y'all gotta respect me. I've done what I had to do to get the respect. Her business is very important to her. That's probably like her main thing. Everything is like about her business. She does that for her family. And yet a lot of times she's overworking, like she never home, a workaholic.
Mother, welcome home.
What is this, Downton Abbey? Everyone back to work. I know that you are a beautiful, intelligent, ambitious young businesswoman. But if you want to continue to run my multi-million-dollar corporation, the deviant half has to go.
But it's mainly because she cared about her daughter. So I chose her to be the working goats Capricorns, because Capricorns are literally hard workers. They work until they can't work no more. Like, nobody works harder than a Capricorn, honestly. I'm gonna work harder than everyone. They take pride in knowing they work harder than anybody else. They're very disciplined people, which is why they make great managers or CEOs or bosses, because they know how to manage things, because they're very serious about what they do. They're not gonna stop until the job is done, whereas your average person gonna be like, I get it done when I can. Capricorns ain't no second best. It's only first. I don't even see second. And who is third? Don't even come to me with third. They can be condescending though, because they do work so hard. See people that's not working hard or that's not successful, they like, what are you doing wrong that you're not successful? Like me. The way she used to be treating her workers, and Jenny, little J, when she was working for her, I'm like, ooh, couldn't be my boss, because I would have been slapped that lady. But they're also very responsible people and caring. That's why, like I said, Blair's mom do all of this for Blair, because she loves her daughter. Nate. OMG, I love Nate. He was literally the sweetest person on the show. The quintessential nice guy. And when I say the nice guy, I mean that in the positive and negative sense. The nice guy in the sense of the guy that's kind, the guy that's not gonna talk about you behind your back, the guy that's gonna let you know when somebody is not your best interest, they're gonna look out for you, but also the nice guy that gets taken advantage of because they're too trusting of others. And that's how Nate was. He's always a listening ear, very much so a comforter. He's that guy friend that you just wanna hold and hug. Also the guy friend that get friend zoned though, because he's so nice. He pays attention and he's very intuitive. He knows when things are wrong. He knows when something is upsetting you, and he makes sure that he tries his best to help you feel better.
Hey, what are you doing out here?
I don't know.
Well, here, take that.
I don't know who I am anymore. I feel so
Lost. And you know what I'm finally learning? You can't fight against who you are. And you are Blair Waldorf.
I chose him to be a Pisces because Pisces are very caring, nurturing people, but they can also be a little bit passive, which is why they can get taken advantage of, just like Nate. Pisces, I feel like they don't want confrontation. They run from it, one. Then because they feel things on an emotional level, they don't even want to embrace the fact that somebody could be doing them wrong because it hurts them that much. You would really do that to me? I can't believe you would hurt me like that. Like when Chuck was trying to take Blair, he was dating Blair. Bro, and the only thing he said to this man was, if you're not gonna be serious about Blair, let me have her. You gonna ask your friend, can you have your girlfriend back? You need to tell him, no, she with me. That's not how Nate was. He's not like that. He's compassionate, he's gentle, and that's how Pisces are. They're very gentle, compassionate people. Also very intuitive people as well. Speak of the devil, Chuck. Chuck honestly was my favorite character on this show.
Chuck Bass.
I love his confidence. I love his suave, slickster personality. He reminds me of somebody that belongs in the 20s, a prohibition type of guy. He tried to start his own speakeasy. I was like, that's so fitting for Chuck Bass. He's a go-getter, like always figures out a way to start a new business, very innovative, very much so resourceful, afraid of nobody. Couldn't nobody tell him nothing about himself. I'm Chuck Bass for you. Didn't want to share Blair at all. Literally would not share Blair. Very jealous, I chose him to be a Scorpio. Scorpios are literally the devils in disguise, but in a good way, kinda, sometimes. The reason I say they're a devil in disguise because they get in your brain and they play on emotions, but they do it in a different way. They get to your mind and make you start thinking different. They make you start second guessing stuff because they observed. They sat back, they watched, they looked around, and they said, oh, That's how I get that one. Like, they're very calculated people. They always have a plan. They're a step ahead of the game. Like, Scorpios are superior in the mind games, but they also can be very secretive people. They'll watch and observe and ask you certain questions and get in your head, but they will not let you in. Absolutely not. I chose him to be Scorpio because Chuck would not express his emotions. He was always closed off, and mainly because of how his dad was, but you have to open up at some point.
I can't answer his question while I'm waiting for you to answer mine. The one I asked you forever ago. What are we, Chuck? Last fall you said we couldn't be together.
I want you to be happy.
Tell me if what you feel for me is real, or if it's just a game.
It's just a game.
Chuck, why did you just do that?
Because I love her, and I can't make her happy.
But yeah, Scorpios are very brave, resourceful people, but they're also very jealous people. Their emotions for people are very deep. They're one of the deepest signs in the zodiac. When they feel something very deeply, they kind of like retreat within themselves. All right, calm down, this is it. Because they are also ruled by the god of war, by Mars. Anything that feels like it's gonna be tough for them, they like prepare for war. Last but not least, Georgina. Yes, that crazy girl. Georgina was a character, bro. She was the villain, but then the good guy, the hero, but then the antagonist. Like, she switched back and forth. She could blend into any environment. Literally, this woman was a con artist. She could literally play off a church woman, then turn around and be a suicide bomber. This girl was literally the master of all illusions in disguise. She learns people very easily because she's always very observant. She's highly intelligent. Like, you can't trick her. She always a step ahead of the game. She's very sharp with her tongue, very quick-witted. So I chose her to be Gemini because Geminis are very creative, innovative, and adaptable people. Like, they can blend in anywhere, but they're also crazy. They have multiple personalities, and that's how Georgina was.
Hey, S, it's Georgie. Listen, I know it's early, but I thought
this is my third call. Where are you?
It's me again. I've left you a couple messages and you haven't called me back.
I think we should hang out today.
Bless us, Father. I have a feeling we're about to sin.
Georgina was nuts. I feel like she knew who she was, but she didn't know who she wanted to be. Do I want to be the good guy today, or do I want to be the bad guy? I think I like the bad guy today. No, the good guy, bad guy. So that is all I have for you for Zodiacs for Gossip Girl. Name another show in the comments below that you would like to see me do a video like this on. If I've seen it, I'll do it, and if not, maybe I'll just watch it and do it anyway. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you agree with any of the characters, and do not hesitate to tell me if you don't agree. Like, I love when y'all comment below and y'all like, actually, I think Gemini belongs to Dan, because Dan actually had the two personalities, with him being Gossip Girl and then with him being Dan Humphrey. Like, you know what I mean? Like, tell me your opinion. Until the next video, see you next time.
I'm just trying to find myself. Sometimes I feel alone, like I'm by myself. I even ask why myself, but can't forget that I'm still blessed.